Once you've made basic adjustments to improve tone, you can then work on the color in a little bit more detail. And here you have a section down here called vibrance and saturation. Now the saturation slider is basically what you have in the older versions of the raw editor, and that just boosts the colors in general, and you can get some very oversaturated looking colors. And as you can see, as I go too far to the right, we're getting clipping warnings, which is showing that the color adjustment here is also changing the exposure. Watch the histogram slide around there as well as I adjust the colors. So let's take that back down to 0. Saturation tends to produce very garish colors, and it affects the image overall. So let's just go back to view the image, back into fit in view. Right, let me turn the clipping warning off for a second there so we can see these highlights. And now let's have a look at the new vibrance slider. Now this makes more subtle edits, because what happens here is it just boosts natural looking colors in a more effective way. If you had a person here and you use vibrance, it wouldn't work so much on the skin tone, but it would work on the blues of the sky and the greens of the grass. So vibrance targets colors in a different way and creates a more subtle adjustment. Again, you can go too far with that, but it's harder to make it look as horrible as it was with saturation. So something around about 45 should be more than enough to boost the colors in the photo. Although it may be tempting to push saturation further up and get much more dynamic looking colors, you can end up with colors that won't actually print, because the computer can show more colors than the printer can actually recreate using its 5 inks or 6 inks or whatever. So subtle and more natural looking colors can be achieved using vibrance much more effectively than using saturation.